Welcome to Psychology Refresh. Today we're going to rank MBTI personalities based on their feelings about crowds. Make sure to watch each one and find out which personalities detest crowds the most. Some personality types do not mind crowds, and some just hate that. Each individual has their own feelings about crowds. However, based on general tendencies, we have ranked each one of 16 personality types in one of these categories. Here is the MBTI personalities ranking based on their feeling about crowds. Number 1. ISTJ. ISTJs find crowds to be very unappealing, and they can feel uneasy among a lot of strangers. They value their personal space and can feel irritated when others intrude on it. Since ISTJs don't particularly appreciate crowds, it might be challenging to maintain a sense of physical space in them. They often manage crowds, but they don't particularly love it. Smaller groups made up of people they genuinely know and like might be preferable. Number 2. ISFJ. ISFJs frequently experience some degree of discomfort in large crowds since they are perceptive to other people's emotions. They may occasionally feel a little uneasy in crowded places, but they will likely try to hide this from others. ISFJs prefer to spend their free time with the people they care about and trust, as this makes them happier. Even for a short period of time, being forced to interact with large groups might leave them feeling utterly exhausted. Number 3. ESTJ. Crowds don't bother ESTJs for brief periods of time, although they can feel agitated after a while. Since they can become irritated by strangers, they prefer to be in the company of those they know and trust. Being among big gatherings of people can expose ESTJs to inefficient individuals who lack common sense because they value efficiency. The ESTJ really dislikes being around people like this since it makes them tense and needs some alone time. If you are enjoying our content, please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. Number 4. ESFJ. Although ESFJs are social creatures, they actually prefer being with their loved ones to being with strangers. The ESFJ can occasionally feel a little worn out in huge gatherings since they are so sensitive to the emotions of others. In fact, being around anxious people and a lot of noise can make an ESFJ feel this way. Simply put, they will require space to replenish their emotional energy, perhaps by interacting with energizing people. Number 5. INFJ. INFJs can feel a little overstimulated and rarely appreciate being in huge crowds. They are sensitive to their surroundings and are empathetic, which might make huge crowds or groups of individuals a little unsettling. INFJs like to have a lot of space to themselves, so it can be challenging to maintain this distance in crowded situations. For the INFJ, constantly running into others and sensing others so closely can be a little stressful. They enjoy spending time with close friends and family in small groupings rather than dealing with enormous crowds. Number 6. INFP. Because they are so sensitive to being around so many people, INFPs frequently dread huge groups. They cherish one-on-one time and prefer to be with their loved ones over anything else. Because of this, INFPs don't typically enjoy parties and could feel a little awkward there. Unless they have something to occupy them from the people in their little bubble, the INFP may experience some anxiety when in a crowd. The INFP needs a lot of alone time to recover from being among people and feel like themselves again. Number 7. ENFJ. Although ENFJs can manage crowds, they can also be somewhat sensitive to others around them. ENFJs frequently prefer and enjoy an environment where they are surrounded by their loved ones and close friends. They are excellent at making friends in new settings and can manage in a large crowd. An event that reflects their hobbies, such as a concert or sporting event, is where ENFJs like to meet others and form these connections. ENFJs might need some time to recover their emotional energy after being around a lot of people, though. Number 8. ENFP. For brief periods of time, ENFPs frequently don't mind crowds and like interacting with others. They frequently take pleasure in the crowds at particular events such as concerts, sporting events, or simply traveling to a fun theme park. The ENFP won't mind being around others at all as long as they are taking part in an activity they enjoy, and they may even enjoy making new acquaintances. Number 9. ISTP. Although ISTPs don't dislike crowds in general, they can become wary of them after a while. They simply like their alone time and prefer to be alone. However, ISTPs will participate in events and circumstances with large crowds, especially if it would allow them to experience something they find enjoyable. They don't want to stay still for too long and seek to push themselves outside of their comfort zones. Number 10. ISFP. ISFPs have a tendency to be quite perceptive to the energy of individuals around them, which can make them feel uneasy in crowded situations. Being around a large group of strangers can be somewhat annoying for ISFPs because they function better in small groups with individuals they know and love. Without having to engage with a big group, they would rather come together with their loved ones and spend time doing activities they enjoy. Number 11. ESTP. ESTPs certainly like searching out new sensations, but occasionally they find a lot of people bothersome. Simply put, they don't enjoy the company of obnoxious or rude people and may eventually grow irritable around them. ESTPs do, however, want the opportunity to try new things, and if they are stuck in one place for too long, they start to get bored. But if it affords them the chance to embark on a brand new adventure and take in their surroundings, they will put up with the crowds. Number 12. ESFP. ESFPs frequently don't dislike crowds and are rather good at going with the flow. They like the opportunity to interact with new people and try new activities. Being surrounded by a lot of people really energizes ESFPs and makes them enthusiastic about their experiences. When people are attending an event that thrills and inspires them, like a concert or theme park, they will be better able to handle the crowds. Number 13. INTJ. Large crowds don't usually appeal to INTJs, and they feel a little uneasy when a lot of strangers intrude on their personal space. The INTJ can undoubtedly become worried if they don't have enough place to breathe and distance between them and other people. Most people, especially those they don't know well, are not people they particularly appreciate being in such close proximity to. Most of the time, INTJs like to be alone, thus they don't particularly appreciate being among a lot of people. The INTJ will only choose to brave a crowd for an event or a gathering related to a passion they genuinely love. Number 14. INTP. Crowds are absolutely not their thing because INTPs loathe being around that many people. They frequently choose solitude and appreciate having their own place. For specific occasions and groups that relate to their preferred pastimes, INTPs may brave crowds. If an event inspires them, INTPs can frequently get past their anxiety with huge crowds. Simply put, they will require a lot of alone time to recover and feel more like themselves. Number 15. ENTJ. Since they don't hesitate to make their voices heard, ENTJs typically don't mind being among a crowd. When they can interact with new people, they occasionally appreciate the bustle of some crowds. ENTJs appreciate doing new things that are challenging for them, especially when it comes to going to inspiring events. However, associating with impolite individuals will eventually irritate ENTJs, who will then long for some alone time or time with just one friend. Number 16. ENTP. Since crowds are something fresh they can explore and take on, ENTPs frequently appreciate them. They particularly like crowds that have gathered due to a recent event or gathering. Simply said, ENTPs like the opportunity to learn new things and are always pushing the boundaries of their comfort zones. This may involve going to an occasion with plenty of attendees and making new friends. ENTPs take pleasure in making connections with others and perhaps even getting to know someone they have something in common with. These videos will be really helpful for you.